Hello, Dr. Cinema here. I know it seems like I'm cranking out a lot of these videos, but don't worry, this is probably going to be my last one for this week, and things will probably slow down from here. But anyway, continuing on with Batman month, today it's a mini review of the final conclusion. There's only one conclusion. The final installment in the Dark Knight trilogy, The Dark Knight Rises. So this is obviously the conclusion to the Christopher Nolan verse of Batman, starting with Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, and now Dark Knight Rises. For those of you who've seen these videos or know me, you know that I think Batman Begins is a little underrated, The Dark Knight a little overrated. Now, The Dark Knight Rises is about Batman who which is okay. So this movie takes place 8 years after the events of the Dark Knight, and Bruce Wayne doesn't seem to have been done any crime fighting, even having an injured leg. And one of the maids he hired at his place is Selina Kyle, Catwoman, a thief. Great job doing the background check on her. So Bane ends up coming to Gotham, a man who seems to hold a lot of the same ideals and beliefs as Ra's al Ghul, and who's believed to be the son of Ra's al Ghul. And so Bruce Wayne gets this little magic bracelet on his leg to suddenly make him crime fighting capable now. Tries to take on Bane, he breaks his back, he gets sent to the prison that that grew up in, which is basically a gigantic hole in the ground in somewhere in the Middle East probably. And so Bane has isolate Gotham from the rest of America for a period of 3 months. 3 months. And he has a bomb that's about to destroy Gotham City, but then Batman comes after healing from his back, apparently, and liberates Gotham and gets rid of the bomb and sacrifices himself to save Gotham. So obviously there are some questionable things that happen in this movie. But of course, let's look at the positives. I like Anne Hathaway as Catwoman. I thought she was pretty good. Tom Hardy was pretty good as Bane. I'm not really familiar with the comic book Bane. I know a little bit about him, but from what I can get from the Dark Knight Rises, Tom Hardy seems to do a pretty good job. Of course, there's a little bit room for improvement, but so does pretty much everything in Christopher Nolan's Batman movies. And returning characters such as Alfred, Lucius Fox, and Commissioner Gordon are all still pretty good. And you got Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character, who's secretly Robin, so that's a little nice little Easter egg thing there. And of course, Christian Bale as Batman. Now, I like Christian Bale as Batman, don't get me wrong, but I've always found something a little bit off about his performance, both as Batman the crime fighter and as Bruce Wayne. And he's pretty good, but he's more like someone who's cosplaying and pretending to be Bruce Wayne / Batman. He does a good job, but he's just not all that great, mainly when compared to Michael Keaton. But I do like this movie. This movie divided a lot of people when it came out. People either loved it or they hated it. I think it's above average. That might not seem much, but considering the fact that this is a Christopher Nolan directed movie with a bunch of great actors such as Christian Bale, Tom Hardy, Anne Hathaway, Morgan Freeman, and Michael Caine, above average is not what you're expecting from a movie with this kind of talent involved. So obviously, for a movie that's trying to be as realistic as possible, there's a little bit of unrealistic things that happen, like isolating Gotham from the rest of America for 3 months. How the hell did America not try to do anything to retake Gotham? And can someone tell me what the hell is the deal with the appearance of Scarecrow? His cameo in The Dark Knight was pointless, but it was very brief. But now he seems to be a sort of one of the in-charge people during the isolation of Gotham. How the hell does that work? And why do we even need him? Also, how the hell does Batman recover from a broken back in 3 months? How did he even get from this prison, which is supposedly somewhere in Asia, all the way back to Gotham City? And why did he take the time to use gasoline to make a fire image of the bat signal on the bridge before actually coming in to help save Gotham. That's time you could have used to help save people. Also, how the hell could you manage to get the bomb so far away where it would not destroy the city, yet somehow survive and end up in Paris, I think it is, somewhere in Europe? And plus, that always sort of pissed me off a little bit. That at the end, when Alfred's retired and somewhere in Europe, I think Paris maybe, he sees Bruce Wayne and also Selina Kyle in a cafe, just smiles, says nothing. And doesn't anyone think it's weird that Bruce Wayne died the same time Batman did? Okay, this is a lot of criticism in such a short video. So, obviously, I wanted to do a play by play review of this movie, but I figured that would just get me a lot more angrier than I already am. But despite all this illogical stuff and things that just don't quite make sense, it's an entertaining movie. I think it's a fitting conclusion to the Dark Knight trilogy. It's definitely not a perfect movie by any means, but I got a lot of entertainment out of it. There's stuff in it that I really liked, and you know what? If you're willing to not use a whole lot of logic while watching this movie, then this is something that I think you Batman fans can really get into. And so, with the end of this mini review, I guess I've covered the two Tim Burton movies, the two Joel Schumacher films, and the Dark Knight trilogy. Yeah, so I wonder what kind of Batman we're going to be talking about next. Stay tuned at the Dr. Cinema YouTube channel to find out. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I hope to be seeing you guys next time.